All right, school is back, and there tends to be two major opinions about college. On one hand, you have a group that thinks that a college degree is a fast way to get a good job, and on the other hand, you have a ever-growing group that thinks that college is a scam and they're just there to make money off you. Who's right? What are my credentials to speak on this topic? Well, for one, I just traveled across the whole country and spoke to college kids everywhere I went. 2, I graduated from a UC a year ago. And 3, this video is on YouTube, so it automatically legitimizes the whole thing. Guys, geez, like no, at the end. At the end. The dirty truth about college. Let's go. Okay, the freshman 15 is real. So is the freshman 20. So is the freshman 55. It all depends on how hard you go on it. Trust me, guys, I'm speaking from experience. I learned this the hard way. Let me explain this to you. If you played sports in high school, you were in the best shape of your life and you probably didn't even know it. I played basketball, so we had conditioning and weightlifting before school, practice after school, plyometric box jumps. I was essentially training for the Hunger Games, and we're talking about 10 months out of 12 months in the year. When I went to college, I stopped playing basketball because collegiate sports are no joke. I was living off Little Caesars pizza and Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. And if you act like you don't know about Little Caesars $5 pizzas, you're lying. Stop it. So this was a case where Facebook checked me. Your own timeline has your pictures lined up from oldest to newest. So you just look at that and you can see exactly where you messed up. If you don't believe me, check the link below to my personal Facebook. No, this is not a plug, but you really should add me. There's nothing wrong with being curvy and there's nothing wrong with being stocky, but I think we all can agree that nobody wants to be unhealthy. When I started college, I had no coach and no teammates, so I had to become my own coach. So I started playing a couple pickup games on the weekends with friends, and that worked out great. It's just a matter of finding whatever activity works for you and your schedule. Okay, so this is a controversial one. Does your GPA really matter? If you're going to grad school and you're going to a specialized program, then yes, your GPA matters. And if your parents are paying for your education, then yes, your GPA matters. But do your grades matter in the working world? Not really. Okay, stop, hear me out. I found that when you're going for a job, what they're usually looking for is A, a good interview showing that you have basic social skills, B, a well-written resume that highlights your experience and strengths, and C, a clean criminal background check. Usually in that order. I'm sorry, but I've never been to an interview or an audition where I whipped out my transcripts and wowed them with my good study habits. Grades don't really show how smart you are. Your GPA is simply a numerical representation of how well you memorize and repeat information in a given amount of time. Retaining information and managing your time are definitely worthwhile qualities. But traditional education puts undue emphasis on these qualities while completely ignoring other ones, such as learning how to network and market yourself. At the end, guys, it's amateur hour. Does college prepare you for the real world? Not really. Okay, so maybe that's not entirely fair, but neither is the question. What is the real world? And if there is a real world, where's the fake world? Is this Inception? Does college exist in an alternate reality that I'm not aware of? Well, you can rest assured because the real world is just a bedtime story they tell to scare people. Just you wait and see. The real world's gonna eat you up and shit you out. Like I said before, college is a great place to get an education, but it does tend to ignore other important things. One being the art of hustling. Now, before you freak out, I'm not talking about doing anything crazy. I mean, you're probably looking up hustler on Urban Dictionary right now and saying, yeah, that's it, I'll just become a pimp. No. Hustling simply means being proactive and thinking outside the box. Network with like-minded people. If you're interested in a certain field or industry, research it. And research it because you're interested, not because it's a homework assignment. It's kind of like researching how to make a really good YouTube video and doing it. Alright guys, so that's the way I see it, but I want to know what you think. What did you or did you not get out of college? Leave me a comment, let me know. Next Wednesday, I'll be back talking about my cross-country road trip and why I did it. Thank you for watching, and be sure to share us with your friends, give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and